Jim, I don't know what you had in mind, but this action is no longer covert. We're now overtly firing on 2 Americans, and God knows who else. And they are armed to the teeth!
Do you, commute?
Mr. President, if you start with human rights, for sure you're going to end up with arms control.
Spain. I know Spain.
Barcelona.
Where?
One peep and I'll break it. Oh, we couldn't do this if it was so true. As it is, your country needs you. Now, the check's been paid for, and we have a long way to go.
I will climb that mountain. With God's help and your generosity, I will shoulder that burden. And I will rebuild Jerusalem right here in this green and pleasant land, so that when the day of Jubilo comes, we will be ready and waiting for the Lord and his chariots. Ready and waiting, I tell you. Our tickets paid, our seats are booked, our reservations made for those mansions in the sky.
I salute not you, Papa. This last resting place, the beautiful body I've loved. Your soul is with me. And but for the density of my eyes, I could see you and talk with you. Oh, darling Papa. I stopped calling you that when I grew up. But you were and are my darling.
This is Jeb.
Hiya.
Good to meet you, Gina.
You're not from round here.
Neither are you.
Liverpool.
Most famous accent in the world.
Is that right?
Do you know any of the Beatles?
Well, not personally, no.
Pity. Will you join us for a drink?
Yeah? I'll have a baby sham then, please. So what sort of business are you in then, Jeb?
Oh, we're selling records, garments, all genuine, original American product. Like me.
What kind of garments?
Norman, go fetch me a leather coat. I want to see what Gina looks like in a leather coat.
Don't look now, but it's #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. Final exit, how to kill yourself is #1. Who knows what #2 is, huh? How you doing? All right?
Good, good. Fine. You sure?
Where are we? Right. Final exit lays it out clear and simple. What drugs to eat.
How to goose them up with a splash of your favorite liquor?
How to put a plastic bag over your head. Believe it or not, there's a right way and a wrong way. And you're gone. You are out of here. I am Granger International Motion Pictures. I have this terrific property, ready to go. Great script. You'll laugh, you'll cry. And if it's sex you're after, there'll be sex. Second draft, we could really, pump up the action bedroom-wise. I have the finance. There's these guys going bananas wanting to lay the money on me, but I keep telling them, trust me, we don't make a move till I get me a star.
You married, Detective Fuller? Yes, sir. You live with your wife? No, sir.
No. Where does she live, Detective Fuller? Does she live with Detective Falkenberg, the officer against whom you made allegations of racism?
Yes, sir.
When'd she move in with Detective Falkenberg?
About 6 months ago.
And when'd you make these allegations?
A couple months back.
What is the nature of their relationship? Detective Fuller?
Well, why don't we? Because he's kindly agreed to join us here this evening. Your cosmetic surgeon and former lover, Dr. David Kirchin. Good evening, Dr. Kirchin. Welcome. Please.
What is this?
Yes, first of all, let me say that having plowed through this so-called record of our relationship, I was somewhat surprised to find it classified as biography. I'd have thought fantasy fiction came nearer the mark.
Oh, here come the cheap cracks.
The operations I performed were at her insistence, and she knows that. She was the one who was obsessed with this insane program of total reconstitution. What was I going to do, huh? For my sins, I loved her.
You loved the woman you were turning me into.
I didn't recognize the woman you were turning into. This is a sick mind, Zola, and my lawyers are going to make damn sure this never reaches any bookshelf.
Okay, that's enough. My client doesn't need this.
I'm going to slap 7 kinds of writ on every last one of you. For defamation, misrepresentation, I'm going to flush this
to be
down.
joined by Mrs. Bajewski's manager and publicist, Mr. Sam Brickman.
I said cut it!